Okay.
Ja,
No, wir haben ein paar Menschen da. Wie ist der andere Menschen? Ich weiß nicht. Where's everybody else? Ich weiß von gar nicht. So tonight, heint by Nacht, heint today, by Nacht, by the night. So tonight, heint by Nacht, wir gehen herren a bissel von Hanukah. Notice how I'm pronouncing that. Hanukah. Hanukah? Hanukkah is honey. What is Hanukah? Yiddish, old-time Yiddish pronunciation. Very few said Hanukah. You heard some, but most of it was Hanukah. Hanukah Geld. Was ist Hanukah Geld? Es was mir gibt die Kinder. Hanukah Geld. A bissel von das. A couple of nickels, a couple of quarters, a couple of dimes, depending on how much money you had. Hanukah Geld. Okay? So I found in my collection, because I collect this stuff over the years, 3 different poems stolen from "'Twas the Night Before Christmas," okay, and becomes the night before Hanukkah. Everybody whose name is registered, I sent you the hard copy in advance, and also 2 songs, and we have something from our good friend Rachel Schechter, also about Hanukkah, that I'm going to bring up. And I think between all of it, it will take up most of our time. So the first thing before we begin, Mahabim Du, we have here Naya mentioned, new people. Is there anybody new tonight? First time. Kachkade, so we don't have to take time with that. Okay, so what I want to start with, and I want to do a share screen to do that. I want to bring up Rachel Schechter's Forvit's Word of the Day, and I want to make sure that when I do this, I can share the sound. So, all of a sudden, I'm not seeing the other part, though. Where is everybody else? I brought up this, but it's not letting me do what I need to do. Let me put this down for a minute. I'm missing some of my icons. View.
Get your daughter to help.
Right, exactly. No, I'm exited full screen. I should have some stuff up here on top. Okay, so more. I should be able to share my sound. Share screen. Share. What happened to that now? Stop it. Okay. I love when things cooperate. Okay, there we go. Now, more. Share sound. Where's my share sound? There we go. And we can do this.
Shalom Aleichem. I'm Rachel Schechter, editor of the Forvets. Welcome to Yiddish Word of the Day. Today, we'll talk about Hanukkah. The greeting for the holiday is A Freilichen Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah. A Freilichen Hanukkah. Der Hanukkah lamp is the menorah, or Hanukah. Der Hanukkah lamp. Die Lichterlach are the candles. Die Lichterlach. And now I'm going to read you the first paragraph of Shalom Aleichem's delightful short story, Hanukah Geld, Hanukkah Money, and let's see how much you understand. Trefft, Kinder, wasser Yontif ist der bester von alle Jontovim. Hanukkah. 8 Tag Seder, nicht gehen in Cheder, essen Latkes mit Schmalz, spielen in Redel und bekommen von alle Seiten Hanukkah Geld. No, but darf man a besseren Yontif? So now I'm going to repeat the paragraph and translate line by line. Let's see how much you understood. Trefft, Kinder, wasser Yontif ist der bester von alle Jontovim. Take a guess, kids. Which holiday is the best of all holidays? Hanukkah. 8 Tag Keseder nicht gehen in Cheder. Hanukah, 8 days in a row that we don't go to school. Essen Latkes mit Schmalz. Eating latkes made with chicken fat. Spielen in Dreidel. Playing with the dreidel. Und bekommen von alle Seiten Hanukah Geld. And receiving Hanukah money from everybody.
From all sides.
Nu, bedarf men a besseren Yontif? So, do you need a better holiday than that? So now let's review. I'll say the word or sentence, you repeat after me. A freilichen Hanukah.
A veilige
Freilichen Hanukah. Der Hanukah lamp.
de Hanukah
Der
lamp.
Hanukah lamp. Die Lichterlach.
Die lichterlach.
Trefft Kinder, wasser Yontif ist der beste von alle Yontovim.
Treft is guess.
Trefft Kinder, wasser Yontif ist der beste von alle Yontovim. Hanukah, 8 Tag Keseder nicht gehen in Cheder.
8 Tage Seder, nicht gehen in
It's
Cheder.
Seder in a row.
Seder,
Like we
nicht
said,
gehen in
rocking
Cheder.
in time and rhythm in a row.
Essen Latkes
In
mit
order.
Schmalz.
Essen Latkes mit Schmalz.
Essen Latkes mit Schmalz.
Turn it.
Spielen in Dreidel.
Spielen in Dreidel.
Spielen in Dreidel. Und bekommen von alle Seiten Hanukah Geld.
Und bekommen von allen Seiten Hanukah.
Bekommen von alle Seiten Hanukah Geld.
Notice how they spell Hanukkah in the English.
Nu, bedarf men a besseren Yontif?
Nu bedarf men a besseren
Nu, bedarf men a besseren Yontif? I hope you enjoyed our Hanukkah word of the day. Until we meet again, stay safe and healthy. A freilichen Hanukkah.
Freilichen Hanukah.
If you think about all of the words we've learned up until now, there's probably only 1 or 2 words in there that you didn't know. Treft is one, is guess, maybe one other. But all the other words we've heard in one form or another. What we don't generally do is play with grammatic extensions, past tense, present tense, male, female. So we don't do a lot of that because we're not a formal group. But if you think about the word besser, besser, better, besserin, the best, okay? The bested, bested, bestest. You know, you hear little kids say, oh, she's my bestest friend. Bested, the best one. Okay, so best is best. So it's a cute little story, but it uses words now at this point. We've been together. This is, I think, our 20th or 21st group. I don't remember quite. I think it's the 20th. So we've been together for 40 weeks and we've been working on this stuff. So we have a bit of what we should have, a bit of a vocabulary. I tried to pick up stuff at this point where a lot of the words you know, and even where you don't, you probably figure them out, so many of them, just from context, which is good because now we're becoming not fluent, but conversant. When I hear Yiddish, hopefully when you hear Yiddish, some of it rings a bell. It's comfortable now. It's not like, what the hell are they talking about here? All right. So let's play a little bit more. Let me get back onto my screen. And let's see. Okay, so I want to share screen. And I want to do this one. Okay, so let's look at that. Everybody can see that, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, we see it.
So
Yeah.
most of this is in English. And some of the spellings, when I had my original, I tried to change the spellings to the way we spell things in the English, in the transliteration. So let's see if we can do it. 'Twas the night before Hanukkah, as it is said, and Santa was sitting and hocking his head. What is hocking?
Nothing.
Banging. Hock me in this kind China, right? He was hocking his head. He was banging his head.
But bang it.
He had all the toys wrapped up in his zekel,
Zekel,
sack,
his sack,
Yeah.
for maidlach
maidlet, girls,
and boy chicks
Mine's
boy chicks,
to
boys,
give each a peckle,
Heckle.
a package. Okay, it was wrapped up in a
Package.
sack to give each a package. The reindeer was saddled and ready to fly like a crew of brave astronauts all through the sky. But Santa was starving to eat a good michel. All right, this word, you can guess what the word is. It's English. Really, that's not the word we would use. I had another word for you. Okay, but it works here. And so we're going to leave it, but it means a good meal, good meal. Some good Hamish. Whoops, Hamish we generally spell with a Y. Homebody. It's like home. Hamish
Homey.
food
Mhm.
that would stick to his
stomach.
Belly.
Bechel.
Belly.
Oh,
right. We call it a boch. A boch is a stomach, okay? Biechel, his little tummy, right? His tummy.
Bechel, his belly.
But for Santa Claus, it's not a biechel, it's a boch. Trust me. Not plum cakes or mincemeat or peppermint candy. Geschmack, kosher cooking, he thought, would be dandy. Was is Geschmack?
Tasty.
Delicious.
Tasty,
Delicious.
delicious. Je can belecken de zähne, man can belecken the finger. Ah, delicious. So he called to his reindeer, hey, Kinder,
Kids.
hey,
children.
kids, let's go. To a Jewish balabusta.
Boss.
What's a bus is a
It's
balabusta?
a
Lady.
homemaker,
Lady of the house.
Lady boss.
Number one lady
the boss of the
homemaker.
house.
Boss of the house. To a Jewish balabusta. And don't be so slow. The house had no chimney, so he went through the door and kissed the mezuzah. You all know what that is.
Mhm.
And jumped on the floor. Then the man of the house said, why, Santa, you devil, don't be so shy. Come and see our split level. The night is still early. There's plenty of sight. What's this sight?
Time,
Time.
time.
Come in the kitchen and please have a bite. If only we knew you were coming, by gosh. But I'll call out the wife and she'll bring you a,
Nosh. A
this
snack.
is a nash, a snack, a slice of hot kishka. We discussed kishka, I think 2 times ago. Kishka, stuffed derma. Back in the day, it was a strip of intestine that the butcher would cut, and they would fill it with flour and schmaltz and spices. Delicious to eat. Heart attack in a bun. You know, not a good thing for you. A
Love it.
slice of hot kishka, few little strudels, some chicken, salami, some flunkin with noodles.
Flunkin.
Flunk, if you take that word in the English, what's the English word?
Flanking.
It's a
Plank.
cut. It's a
From
cut
the
of
side.
meat.
It's a cut of
It's
meat.
short ribs. They're short
Yeah.
ribs, flunkin. Flunkin with noodles. Some blintzes, some kreplach, right? You know what blintzes are,
Yeah.
all right? Kreplach are
Wontons.
wontons. They're
Dumpling type things.
ravioli.
Yeah.
Okay. Then there's the
Ruggies.
old joke. Who had them first? Was it wontons in Chinese or ravioli and Italian or kreplach and the Yid? And the answer is wontons. The Asians had them first, Chinese. So kreplach, some blintzes, some kreplach, some lox and bialy. Abyssal, we know that word a little bit. Abyssal chopped herring, an end piece of chali,
Holly.
which is really challah. And if all of these goodies don't fill out your gatkis,
Your
your
pants.
underwear, in this case, gatkis generally is your long underwear or your long johns, okay? And if all of these goodies don't fill out your gatkis, last but not least, press some Hanukah latkes.
They had to make a name of latkes.
A lot.
Okay, now, ass means to eat, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
When you say fresh,
Stress. It's like pig out.
yeah, man, he's a fresser. He just keeps shoving it in there. Entschuldigt mir. Can I help you with something?
Ich will singen a Zamira.
Was für eine Zamira?
Hanukah.
Ja, nee, nicht jetzt. Ein bisschen später.
Ah,
Setz dich weg. Okay, she wants to sing. Okay, so where are we going? So latkes, like long johns, and fres is to really eat. Latkes, does anybody not know what latkes are? Pancakes, and we eat potato latkes on Hanukkah. So they're potato pancakes, latkes. Okay, a latke, cried Santa. What is this delight? On the outside, it's golden, and inside, it's white. On the outside, so crisp, and inside, so yummy. And he gobbled them up till he filled his fat tummy. Then they gave him a dreidel. What's a dreidel?
Top.
Spinning top.
The spinning thing, right? To dreif, a dreh dir dein cup. Okay? Dreh me nicht kein cup. Don't spin my head. A dreh cup, one who spins somebody else's head around, drives people crazy. Okay? They gave him a dreidel, small thing, a small top, and showed him the plays, and he took a menorah to light for 8 days, and to give Santa spirit and show how they felt for Mazel, which is Mazel, luck. He gave him some Hanukkah gelt. He beamed and he chuckled and said, Kinahara, shouldn't have an evil eye on you. To feel like a Hanukkah
Nora.
a beggar,
Nora.
a beggar, a cheapskate, somebody that, takes, but never gives. To show you how much I loved your Jewish snack, I'm leaving you everything, even my sack. Then he called to his reindeer and said, Luzmir game.
Let me go.
Let me go. Let us go. Mir is plural in this case. Let us go. And we get that from the context. And each one took flight as he schlepped. He dragged or pulled on the rein. Giddy up, Irving. Here's a new word for you. Shuckleziach, Sydney. Shuckle. If you daven Shmones Esrei, you shuckle. Or shake. Okay, shake yourself. Shuckleziach. Get a move on. Get going. Giddy up, Irving. Shuckleziach, Sydney. Hit the road, Sadie. Let's move it, Minnie. Onward, Big Gussie, and upward, Old Solly. Come on, Becky. Too slow. Oy vey! Faster, like Molly. And they swore he geschreit as they drove out of sight. He hollered as they drove out of sight.
Yelled.
Yelled, hollered.
Right up.
Very latkes to all. And to all, a good night.
That is fabulous.
Very cute.
Okay, so that's
Sehr
Love it.
good. Sehr good.
you can share it. Look, Adank. We can share that with our friends. What else do we have here?
Excellent.
So that's that one. And then we have this one. Wish I could make that a little larger, but 'twas the night before Hanukkah, boychicks and maidels. We have those words. Not a sound could be heard, not even the dreidels. The menorah was set by the chimney alight. In the kitchen, the bubby, the grandma, was chupping a bite. What does it mean to chup?
I don't know that.
To grab. To grab.
Grab?
Chupnish. Don't grab. Don't be in such a hurry. Chupnish was chupping. She's grabbing a bite. Salami, pastrami, a glaze latte. A glaze is a glass.
Glass of tea.
Glaze
A glass of tea.
for a cup, right? Und Zoyera, we had this word already. Zoyera, or Zoyera with bagels. Oy vey. By the way, Zoyer is sour, but when you use it as an adjective, it becomes Zoyere. Sour.
Zoya.
Gesund in Geschmack, the Kinderlach felt gesund, healthy, and delicious. The Kinderlach, the children felt, while dreaming of Teglach. If you've never had Teglach, I should have changed that C to a K. They're little pastries and honey, very tasty. They're like there's another. The Goyim also have it this time of year. Looks like little round balls, one on top of the other, with a glaze on them, and I forget what that's called.
They're too sweet.
Huh?
They're too sweet.
Not rum balls. No.
No, they're
Maybe
more like
baklava?
honey, more like
Not baklava.
baklava, sort of, but
Okay.
But it isn't. I'll have to get the name. Anyway,
different.
while dreaming of Teglach and Hanukah gelt, the alarm was a sitting, a clupping. That should be clupping. What is clupping?
Hitting.
Banging or hitting.
Also hocking, clupping. Okay. Clupping and ticking. And Bubby was carving a shtickala
Pickle chicken.
chicken.
Peace.
All right. A shtick is a piece. A shtickala
A little piece.
diminutive.
Little piece.
A tumult arose, like 1,000 brachas. A tumult is a commotion, like a riot, a commotion, a lot of confusion. A tumult arose like 1,000 brachas, blessings.
Blessings.
Santa had fallen and broken his.
Tochas.
Look at
You
us.
know what that is.
This is great.
I put on my slippers, ain'ts, say,
One,
fly.
two,
Bye.
three.
Okay. While Bubby was enjoying her herring and rye. I grabbed for my bathrobe and buttoned my gatkis. We have that word now. And Bubby was just devouring the latkes. To the window I ran, and to my surprise, a little red yarmulke, skull cap, greeted my eyes. We call it a kippah in Hebrew. It's a yarmulke in Yiddish. When he got to the door and saw the menorah, Yiddish kinder, Jewish children, he said. Kinahara, this should be the evil eye, God forbid.
Yeah, no evil eye.
No evil eye. I thought I was in a somewhat strange place.
House.
As long as I'm here, I'll leave a few toys. I said, come in the kitchen. I'll get you a dish. A gupel, that's a new word for you. A gupel is a fork. A leffel that we've had already. A spoon. A stickle of fish. A little piece of
Peace.
fish. With smacks of delight, he started his freshen, chopped liver, knedlach, and kreplach, gegessen. He ate, gegessen. Along with his meal, he had a few schnapps. This is a schnapps. Yeah, he had a couple of shots there. Okay. When it came to eating, this boy was tops. He asked for knishes with pepper and salt, but they were so hot, he yelled, "Oi, gewalt!" Oh me, oh my, what's happening here? He buttoned his pants, and ran from the tish, the table. Your kosher meals are simply delish. As he went through the door, he said, "See you all later. I'll be back next Pesach, Passover, in time for the Seder." More rapid than eagles, his prancers they came, as he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Izzy, now Morris, now Lewis and Sammy, on Irving and Maxie, and Jaime and Manny. And he gave a geshrei, shout, as he drove out of sight, a good yontif to all, and to all a good night.
Very
good
nice.
yontif, that's basically something we've been saying all the time. So that's that one. And then, oy vey, there's another one. Yep. This one has a little more Yiddish in it. 'Twas der Nacht, Erev Hanukah. Nacht is what?
Night.
Night.
Was the night, Erev Hanukah. Oy, what a shock. Emetz. Okay, normally we would say emetzer. Someone.
Truth.
But for rhyming, they borrowed it. Emetz von Drussen, from the outside, from Drussen
outside,
was picking our lock. Und dorten beim Tier, and there by the
door.
I'm here by the door.
Steht a Zeta in blue. Stands a Zeta in blue.
Grandfather.
And he wore on his cup,
his head,
a blue yarmulke too. A blue skull cap
Okay.
also. His punum was Shane,
Face.
Pretty
was
face.
pretty.
Face was pretty.
The Gunsvelt would love it.
The whole world.
The entire world would love it.
Round his neck hung a chain with a gold Magen
Magen
David,
David.
Jewish star, shield of
Right.
David. He wore silken tzitzis beneath his voile vest. He wore silken tzitzis. Tzitzis, those are the strings that hang down from your tallis, 2 in the front, 2 in the back, and we wind them to say Shema. Okay. He wore
The
silken
fringes.
tzitzis beneath his voile. Voile is vest, or volena, actually, if you're using an adjective.
Voile.
His volena vest. On a
Voile.
plain flag of Israel. Plain, small,
Small.
was draped on his chest. Zoktim, I'm no ganif, so please Zionish nervous. Zoktim, he says, I'm no ganif, I'm not a thief, so please Zionish nervous. Please don't be nervous. Okay? I'm the spirit of Hanukah, here at your service. Mention, all call me, mention, good, decent people, okay? Mention or call me Reb Shalom Shapiro. Reb is not a rabbi. Reb is kind of a term of respect. On my yarmulke, it says Reb Avram. Avram is my Yiddish name, Hebrew Avraham. And Reb Avram is a nickname my rabbi gave me, so a term of respect, Reb Avram. So they call him Reb Shalom Shapiro. Without me, this Yom Tov, this holiday, might need a new hero. I visit all Yidlach and bring Kinahara. I visit all the Jewish people and I bring, Kinahara, without, God forbid, the evil eye. Fortune as lichtig, bright, lit up. Okay?
Lighted.
As a glowing menorah. Everybody knows what a menorah is. By the way, the menorah for Hanukkah is not a menorah. It's a Hanukah.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a special menorah. The menorah has 7 lich. The Hanukah has 8, plus the shamish makes 9. Okay, ich schlepp lots of brachas und Hanukkah geld. Okay,
Yep.
I bring, I drag, I pull lots of blessings and Hanukkah money, and joys that are taka, the best in the Welt. Okay,
Oh.
taka, indeed, sure, absolutely, without a doubt. Taka, you should have this. Really, it should be so. Taka, mamish in Hebrew. Okay. If you know nice mention, I'll visit them quick. I'll bring them gesund on a hoist, viel mit Glück. Okay, mention we know, gesund
House
we
full of
know,
happiness.
house full of happiness, Glück. So we sent them to dein Haus, we sent them to your house,
Your house.
and shook hands and parted. He shouted, Shalom, bye-bye, see you all. A Reus Ventier, he darted. Out the door, out of the door, he darted. He ran to a furl. We learned this word just the other week, didn't we? A furl likta kelbo, right? A furl, a wagon. Mit stark Pferd ahead, with strong horses in front. And he fed them some bagels. And here's what he said. Lass mir gehen, Moshe and Mendel. Let us go, Moshe and Mendel. Mach schnell, Mo and Yassel. Make it fast, Mo and Yassel. Please give a rush, Malka. Malka is a Yiddish name. Really, it means queenie. I know dogs that are named Malka. Jaime, mach sich a shackle. Okay. Jaime, make for yourself a shake. Shake yourself. Get going. They raced via ruach. They raced like the wind, and they galloped so schnell, so fast, and his clothing blew off, and his gatkis as well, his long underwear. He was so cold that his tuchus turned bluish. He moaned and geschreit, auf English und Jewish. He moaned and hollered in English and Jewish, really should be Yiddish. So don't act ashamed or embarrassed. And please, Zionish rude, don't be rude. When that frostbitten Zeta arrives in the nude. Schnell, quickly. Pack or wrap. Pack them in
Fuck him
kurzen.
in courts.
Kurzen. I never use this word. I use a different word, but and I have that in the new words for the day. Pack them in kurzen. Don't beat round the bush. Quick, tie a heiß Wasser tasch auf erkalt tush. Tie a heiß hot Wasser, water. A tasch is a pocket or a bag or a little sack. Some people will call it a
Like
wallet.
a hot water bottle?
A hot
Hot
water
water
bottle.
bottle.
Hot
Mhm.
water bag.
It's like a
Heiß
Hamantash.
Wasser tasch.
Hamantash is Haman's
That's
tash.
right.
Right, Hamantaschen, right, Haman pockets. I've had a cult push on his cold behind. Schnell, quickly, feed him some chicken soup, haste as can be, hot as can be, and give him some schnapps, any kind of whiskey there, and a glazel, hot tea. Cause bringt ihr a houseful, he brings you a houseful full of Hanukkah wishes as warm, ungeschmack, and delicious. As a teller, that's a new word, a teller, a plate. As a teller, he's knishes, like a plate of hot knishes. He brings them from our house, so friendly and bright, your house will keep glowing, with Hanukkah light. Plus joy, sweet sugar. Joy, sweet as sugar. Shalom, peace, and good cheer. Und alle Sachen freilich, and all things merry or happy, jeder Tag von the year, jeder, every, okay? Jeder Tag von the year. Kein von dein Mishpacha, none of your family, none from your family, will be a shlamazel. You know the old joke, what the difference between a shlemiel and shlamazel. The schlemiel is the guy that constantly spills the soup. The schlemazel is the one that gets the soup spilled on him. A schlemazel, a hard luck Harry, an unlucky person. Kundai Mishpacha will be a schlemazel. For life will bring jeden mensch, each person, simchas, joys, und mazel. And all through their kumendik, this is a new word, kum, to come, kumendik, that which is coming. Dick is like. Right? Kachka dick, duck-like or ducky. Kumendik, something that's coming. All through their kumendik, the future, your hopes will come true, and Himmel, we know this word is heaven, will bless your mishpacha and you. Okay, so we have three great poems for Hanukkah. Mit a bissel Yiddish. Versteht alle Menschen da, ja? We understand? Good. Jetzt, now, gehen wir singen. Jetzt gehen wir singen. Now we're going to
Sing.
sing. Okay. Jetzt gehen wir singen. Where are we? Okay, I'm going to start with this one. Okay. Everybody knows the song, The 12 Days of Christmas? Yes?
Yeah.
Can everybody read this so you have your words in front of you?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
a
I can
reminder.
see it.
Yeah.
On the first day of
Listen.
Christmas, my true love
Yeah.
gave to me a partridge in a pear tree. Okay, we also have to remember when it gets to 5 golden rings. And then we go back in, okay? I from Ashton Tag von Hanukah, mein Lieber hat zu mir geschickt. A limina mit Gläser Latte. On the first day of Hanukkah, auf den ersten Tag von Hanukkah, mein Lieber hat zu mir geschickt, has sent to me, a lemon, mit a Gläser Latte. Good. Auf den zweiten Tag von Hanukkah, mein Lieber hat zu mir geschickt, zwei Lackes Kartoffel und a lemon mit a Gläser Latte. Kartoffel is potato. Vom dritten Tag von Hanukah, mein Lieber hat zu mir geschickt. Drei Stücke Strudel, zwei Latkes Kartoffel, und ein Lemon mit der Gläser Latte. Eufen Zug von Hanukah,
Mein
mein Lieber hat zu mir geschickt. Vier Säure Pickles. Pickles are pickles. Drei Stücke Strudel. Zwei Latkes Kartoffel. Und ein Lemon mit der Gläser Latte. Often Tug von Hanukah, mein Lieber hat zu mir geschickt. Mit Käsblitzes, vier Säure Pickles, drei Stücke Strudel, zwei Latkes Kartoffel und ein Lemon mit der Gläser Latte. Often sechsten Tag von Hanukah, mein Lieber hat zu mir geschickt. Sechs Stücke Kuschka, vier Käsblitzes, vier Säure Pickles, drei Stücke Strudel, zwei Latkes Kartoffel. Und ein Lemon mit der Gläser Latte. Eufen siebten Tag von Hanukah, mein Lieber hat zu mir geschickt. Sieben Häser Bialis, sechs Stücke Kischka, fünf Käsblitzes, vier Säure Pickles, drei Stücke Strudel, zwei Latkes Kartoffel. Und ein Lemon mit der Gläser Latte. Eufen achten Tag von Hanukah, mein Lieber hat zu mir geschickt. 8 Löffels Bacon. Und ein Lemon mit der Gläser Latte. After eating all of that stuff, he needed a little bicarbonate of soda. 8 Löffels. Notice it's bicarb in Yiddish, bicarb in English.
Bacon.
Okay. Also, you notice in one case they said sticker, and in the other case they said stickel or stickel. Okay. So sticker are nice sized pieces. A stickel is a small piece. It's a diminutive. Okay. All of the words are in the new word group. But with Hanukah coming up, I wanted to have some fun. And I saved the best one for last. Because this is really the one that makes the difference. Where are we? This is a real song. Come light a menorah, we'll have a party, we'll all dance. You all know that. This is what we sing by unser Haus. All right, in our house, by our house, we sing this one. First, we light the candles, and we sing Ma'ost Sur, Af Hebreyish, in Hebrew, and then we sing this in Yiddish. I'm going to go through it once, mit mein Tochter, meine schöne Tochter. Wir gehen singen erst, we'll sing it first. Danach, afterwards, wir gehen singen zusammen. We will sing zusammen, together. Okay? Eins, zwei, drei. Pamela. Hanukah, oi Hanukah, ayante verschena, a lustiger, a freilicher, ne tu nach a Säune, alle Nachten drehlich, spielen wir, Sonntag Käselag ist essen, Geschwinde sind Kinder, Die Hanukah Lichterlachon soll alle bei Sünde kommt singen dem Wunder kommt alle tanzen kommt. Soll alle bei Sünde kommt singen dem Wunder kommt alle tanzen kommt. The last line, some people sing, Zing Al Hanissim, dank God for the Nissim, and come to Okay, same thing. Either way you want to go. Zingt, we sing Al Hanissim, that's a Hebrew. Dank Gott for the Nisim, we thank God for the miracles. Und kommt Giecha, come fast dancing in Kon, and some people translate that as a circle. A circle in Yiddish is a kaikel, or a kukel, or kaikel, kiekel. People pronounce it differently. I pronounce it kaikel, which is, by the way, where the derogatory expression a kike comes from. People in America that didn't know how to sign their names, they signed it with an X.
Yeah.
Jewish people coming off the boat that didn't know how to write their names in English, they signed with a kaikel. And from this, they named Ike. Okay. So yeah, things have a strange derivative. All right. Yeah, anyway. All right, so let's try this. Pamelech. What does Pamelech mean? No. Pamelech. That's not a word I put on your list. Pamelech. Schnell. Pamelech. Pamelech. Pamelech.
Like a king. You know,
Pamelech.
a king does it in his own time.
Pamelech.
Maestoso in music. Maestoso, majestic.
Right, exactly.
See,
Okay.
exactly. The king's time. Like he would take his time to do anything.
All right. So how many words here don't we know? We know Hanukah, we know Yom Tov, we know Shane, we know Lustig, we've seen that before. Freilach, we've seen before. Nutunach, Azoina, we know those words. Nachten, Dreidlich, we know. Spiel, Mir, we know. Zintig is Sunday, that's a new one, but we know Tag is day. Haste, we know Haste, we know Latkes, we know S, we know Mir. Geschwindet is a new word, okay? Geschwinder. Some people translate very quickly, also like the other word, geschwinde, quickly. Sint, sintun mit punit un sinte Licht auf Shabbos. Okay, we can't kindle or turn on the lights. Kinder are children. Chanukah licht on. Zol, we know, Ola by Sunder. Okay, Sunder, Sint, Sunder by the kindling. Sint, Sunder. Kommt, singen. Come sing, Dame Wunder. We know Wunderlich. So we know wonderful. Und kommt alle tanzen and corn in the corn. Some people translate it in the rye. Some people say dance in a circle. Okay. So we know most of the words. It's just a question of putting together. Okay. We're ready?
Ready.
Eins, zwei, drei.
Hanukah, Hanukah, Yom Tov,
Lustig,
Afreilicher, nit du noch Azoine, alle Nachten Trelach, spielen mir.
Zindig,
Salat,
Kiss,
Essen wir,
Geschwinde,
sind Kinder, die Hanukah
soll bei Sünden
singen dem
Wunder,
Wunder
kommt alle
tanzen
tanzen
in Chor.
Sing
Sing
Al-Hanissim,
Al-Hanissim, dank
Gott,
Gott,
for the
Gott
Nissim,
Nissim,
en kommt
Ihr tanzen
Tanzen.
im Chor.
Wow, there we go. Okay, so that's a bunch of stuff for Hanukkah. Now, could we have done that next time and still been on time? Sure, but you know what? Medaf a bissel Zeit. We have to have a little time to practice. Okay, we
Right.
need time to practice it to get it going. And of course, you have friends and family and people you know in the shul, and you're going to want to give them a copy of the poems and a copy of the songs. And Osmer hat eneklach, Osmer hat eneklach, depends where I'm speaking, singular or plural.
Er,
As
er hat
mir,
nicht.
ich hab nicht kein Eneklach. Nicht yet. Okay? If you have grandchildren, medaf ze Icelandin, medaf ze Icelandin, or mir darfen, plural, mir darfen ze Icelandin, you have to teach them dem lid. This, what's a lid?
Song.
A
Song.
song. Dem lid. They have to teach them this song. It should be part of their stuff. It's such a fun song. You're singing.
Singt das.
Ich sing was.
Singt das. Von
Von Kleinigkeit, when she was very little, when she was an infant. When sie haben gesehen, Pitzela, an infant, sie hat gesungen dem Lied. Okay, she sang that song when she was a little baby. Okay, you have to teach, because why? They have to know a little bit from the Mamolishin and from our Yiddish culture. So it's amazing stuff. I have something I found for you. I was going to play it, but I really want to hold it for Pesach. I have a 2-year-old, Af Yiddish, in Yiddish, discussing Moses and the burning bush and going to Pharaoh to have the children leave Israel. 2 years old, Af Yiddish. Cutest thing you ever want to see, but I'm saving it for Pesach time. Okay? L'sheinem dank. So that's my daughter-in-law telling me that she's coming at 9:30 to pick her up on the train. It's a little late, so it'll be 9:40, so we'll have plenty of time here. I don't have to run. Okay, so this is a lot tonight. Yeah, this is a sach. This is a sach. It's a lot. Aber ihr wissen, you know, alle von dem Worten, you know, all of these words. A poor nicht. Aber nächsten Zeit, der nächsten Zeit, der kommende Zeit, now I can use that word, the future time, the next time, und der kommende in the future, wir können singen und reden mit dem Wörter. Ja?
Ja,
Ja? Verstehst? You understand?
verstehe.
A bisschen. No, okay. Wir haben
Ganz.
Frages. Wir haben Frages. You have questions. Go ahead, Harvey.
In the first
Take me.
in the first song, we had
Yeah.
the word Michael for the Beichel.
Right, Michael.
You
Meal.
mentioned Yinglish. I think that's a Hebrew word. Ma'achal is a good dish from the word ochel, to eat.
It could be, but really, as I say, it's you know, like the Spanish people, sometimes they speak Spanglish, they mix Spanish and English. Okay. They may be mixing a little Hebrew and Yiddish, but it's not a word that we would generally use. Let me drop this for a minute. I have to open something else to get there. I'm going to close that one, and I'm going to close that one, and I'm going to close that one. I'm going to close that one, and I'm going to open. Okay, where is that? I want to open. Okay. This PC, give me 1 minute. Documents. Yiddish. Documents. FJMC. Yiddish Lite. Vocabulary. Today's new words. Open it. There we go. Okay. Now, I can go back here
Just a minute. Are you all right?
and I can share screen.
I have to eat. I did my shots already. You just have
Okay.
to signs. When
So
we
where
did it,
was I?
Johnny printed them out.
Michel.
It should say
Okay.
PH.
So slang. It's kind of a slang for meal.
And some of
The
them
proper
should
word
say
is a
Brad.
multi-site. A
Okay.
multi-site.
And so they
Now,
sleep.
if you break that up, whoever's
Use it longer.
speaking, please
And
mute
that's
yourself.
You know,
Mhm.
sizable. And then they get stuck on with masking tape.
Okay.
Not masking tape, the mailing tape.
Yeah.
All right, whoever else is talking in the background, please mute.
Just need a box.
Can you mute them? Can you, as
I
the
can mute
host, can you
everybody.
mute?
I'd rather not do that.
Is
Thank
someone
you, Paul.
talking to you?
Right.
It's
Just
my
mute the one who's
class. Hold on a
speaking.
minute.
Okay,
I'm sorry, I didn't.
there we
hear
go.
you.
That's
So
okay.
All right, that's all.
multi-site, if we look at the breakup of this, wuss is a mole,
More.
Mouth,
mouth, and wuss is site,
time.
mouth time, right? What do you have mouth time? You have something to eat. So the proper word that they use for a meal is multi-site. A multi-site.
Site.
Multi-site, mouth time. How does this come together? Basic voice. I have no idea how they put that together. But if you look at it, that's the way that works.
Site.
Okay, so there's a couple of words here. Okay, like they said, emits. Really, we generally would say emitzer. Emitzer. Okay. And Drusen is probably German dialect. And I've always heard it said in Drusen, in the street, in Drusen. Actually, that's our ice outside, in Drusen, in the street. Okay.
Outside.
So let's see, what did I want to do here? Yeah, these are, we have talked about the cardinal numbers, ain't, spade, dry, okay? I'm sorry, the ordinal numbers. And then we have erst and sveten and dritten and fertzen. So those words we haven't really had up until now. So I added them here. I don't know how often you're going to use them. The difference between fres and s, gotta know that. If somebody is essing, okay, if the s, he's eating, you know, that's fine. Aber as er fresst, he's really stuffing it in there. Somebody said pigging out. Exactly. Geschwinde, quickly, okay. Kartoffel. Kartoffel is a potato. Okay. I have never, ever remember hearing my Bubba or my mother using the word kartoffel. If they would say latkes, it was understood it was potato latkes. And if my Bubba would make for Shabbos a potato nip, a potato kugel, she always used the English word. So I never heard kartoffel. So that word was kind of new to me also. Kartoffel.
Isn't there a word
Maybe that's
bulbous?
Polish.
There's the word
That's
bulbous.
Yeah, bulbous. Bulbous, I've also heard. Sintig bulbous, muntig bulbous, dienstig en middag bulbous, donnerstag bulbous, Freitag nog eenmaal bulbous, kegel. Okay, yeah, exactly.
Bulbous kugel mit bulbous.
Bulbous kugel.
Yeah,
Okay, so bulbous is another word that I heard her use. Never heard kartoffel.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Kartoffel is
possible?
from
Polish. Yeah.
Yeah, it's from Polish or well,
German.
basically Slavic language.
It's
Okay.
German
borrowed.
also.
Ken
Oh,
Zeit.
really? Okay,
Mhm.
so I don't know if it was from German or from Polish. Anyway,
And
all
what do
the
we know
Slavic
about
languages.
Yiddish? What do we know about Yiddish? Okay. This is
It's
a mamzer
kind of
dick
mixed.
language. It's a
Yep.
mamzer dick stimme, mamzer dick sprach. Okay, it's a bastard language. We took a little from here, a little from here, a little from there. And even the language itself is a mix of Middle German and Hebrew. That's the basics of Yiddish. Middle German, like Chaucerian English, that the equivalent for that. It's just nicht Hochdeutsch. It's not High German that they speak today. It's Middle German. And then we borrowed. We were in Hungary, we took Hungarian. We were in Poland, we took Polish. We were in Belarus, we were in White Russia, we took from Russia. We were a lot in Latvia, the Litvakan, we took Latvian. So we took stuff from all over. Okay, so that's where we get the language. Limina, it's a cognate. They said The Magen David, that's really Hebrew. Okay. Magen, shield, David is David. We refer to it as a Jewish star, but it's really a shield of David. Pickles are pickles. Notice the difference in the spelling, though.
Pickles.
Okay. A shlamazel is a hard luck. You see the mazel in there. So you know it has something to do with luck. It's a hard luck carry. It's a poor, unfortunate soul. Okay. A schnara. Go two ways with this. A beggar or a cheapskate. Ach, is that a schnara? A gipnish, goinish of jeden mensch. He gives nothing to anybody. So jeden mensch gibt a goinish. To everybody he gives nothing, right? Takes this he does. And nemt, but a gipnish. He takes what he doesn't give. That is a schnara, okay? In Hebrew, asking for charity. My Hebrew friends call it shnorit. Shnorit, okay, which is the Hebrew pronunciation by putting it on the end. It's the act of begging, okay, shnorit. I'm not very fond of that. And strudel, for some reason, in Yiddish, it's strudel with a sh. Strudel. Shuckle. You ever watch somebody in shul, a religious person, when they're davening Shmoneh Esrei? Especially the Hasidim, the Frumiyid. So they're shaking back and forth or swaying back and forth. So to shuckle is to shake. And it's a favorite expression. My mother used it all the time when she wanted to rush us up. Shuckle ziach. Remember, ziach is reflexive. So do this to yourself. Shuckle ziach. Move yourself, shake yourself, get a move on. Shuckle dein tuchis. I've heard mom say that too. Shuckle dein tuchis. Shake your ass. Get moving. Get the hell out of here.
Shake your booty.
Right, shake your booty. Shuckle dein tuchis. You can sing that if Yiddish. Shuckle dein tuchis. Shuckle dein tuchis. Shuckle, shuckle. Shuckle, shuckle, shuckle. Shuckle dein tuchis. Yes. Okay. Volena. When my mother was young, on the way to school, she would stop to pick up two of her cousins. And one of her cousins' grandmothers used to actually, in the wintertime, pick up their skirts and misgain zichen for the Volena Blumis. Are you wearing your wool underwear? Because it's cold outside. My mother says, she says, I swear, she would lift up the skirt and look to see if we're wearing the Volena Blumis. Medaf trucken the Volena Blumis. Says kalt and drussen. Says kalt. Medaf trucken Volena Blumis. You have to wear your wool underwear. All right. And there we go. I think this is it. So is it a lot of words? Sure. But so many of them. Azoyna, we know Azoy. Ach. Hanukah, Bach we already know, so Bichel is new. Okay, some of these words you won't know. Shem Zichnit, we already know Shem Zichnit. So for Shemt, we've got it there. Vaymin Sunemin, Unnit for Shemen. Who to take and not be ashamed. Remember a song from Balalaika? Vaymin Sunemin, Unnit for Shemen. Okay, so we have the word, just another form of it. No? And jetzt, what's this jetzt? Now. Siz, what's that a contraction of?
S is.
It
S
is.
is. Nine Azega.
9 Azega, time at 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
It's time.
This scheint Zeit, as man darf sagen Shalom. Man darf sagen a gute Nacht. Man darf schlafen gehen.
And a Freiliche Thanksgiving.
A freilichen Thanksgiving. Mit deiner ganzen Mishpacha, mit deinen Freundinnen, mit ganzer Welt. And off the land, off Eretz Yisrael, soll sein Shalom, sie soll haben, was for giving thanks to God in Himmel. They should have what to give thanks for God in heaven this Thanksgiving.
Amen.
Amen. We should see peace very, very quickly. Basically, I'm nervous. Anyway, Zaymer Ola Gezind, ich gehe dir alle sehen, 2 Wochen in the coming dick, 2 weeks in the future. We will see you again, and we'll do a little bit more. Maybe we'll sing a little of the songs here, see what we've learned. And next time I'll have for you a vitz or two. I have a good story that I know you'll appreciate. And we'll practice a little of our Yiddish. We need to keep practicing these words. Hopefully you guys are looking at them, looking at the new word lists, learning some. The ones that you can use, start putting it into your everyday lexicon. Throw that Yiddish word in there. Talking to your husband, talking to your wife, talking to your children, talking to your neighbor, talking to your boss if you're still working, talking to the dog,
That's right.
talking to the cat. My little puppy down the street, Charlie, he's a barker. And every time, Charlie, favus vufkes de via hund favus. Why do you bark like a dog? Why? Okay. So and Tatala, wie gehst du, Tatala? Where are you going, little boy? I speak to the dog in Yiddish for no other reason than it gives me a chance to practice. His owner speaks Hebrew. Nicht kein Wort in Yiddish. Not a single word of Yiddish. All right? Sei mir alle gesund and have a wonderful, wonderful evening.
Sei gesund.
Okay, we'll see you next time.
Sei gesund. Sei gesund.
Freiliche Thanksgiving.
Ja, auf Freilich
Everybody.
Thanksgiving.